Hi everyone. Ahi ahi Mārie, good afternoon. Before we start, I just want to acknowledge lovely musicians, the Dargaville Dalmatian Tamburitsa Band. I saw you all grooving along to their music, and they've actually taken some time out of their day and their lunch hour to come up to perform for us. So fantastic, thank you very much. They do have to leave now to go back to their normal lives, so thanks guys, really appreciate it. All right, I'll just give everybody a couple of seconds to get themselves together, and our incoming council is going to be congregating to the rear at the moment, so we'll get that underway. E na mana, e na reo, rao rangatira mā. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Basically, welcome here today. I greet you all, and I'm pleased to see we've got a good full gallery here to witness what is a very auspicious moment in the term. I'm now going to ask the incoming council to come forward and take their seats in the front row. Please, Mr. Mayor. Luckily it wasn't musical chairs, we have enough chairs for everyone. Thank you very much. So everybody, my name is Jason Maris, I'm the Interim Chief Executive for Kaipara District Council at the moment, and it actually gives me great pleasure standing in front of you today to welcome the incoming council for this term, from 2022 to 2025. So thank you. Before we get the meeting started, I do need to do a couple of housekeeping matters. I know, I'm very sorry, but Dot made me do this. Dot, I know you're there. Obviously, in the event of emergency, we have quite a few exits to go. So over here will be one, over here is another. Please feel free to exit stage left and right in an orderly fashion if we need to. And also, in the unlikely event we have a tsunami, please stay put. I don't think we want to go anywhere in that situation. Now, Dot, thank you, has informed me that we have 3 staff here from the Dargaville Museum who are health and safety trained. So if you're starting to have palpitations and it's more than just nerves, please put your hand up and we'll help you out. I'd also like to acknowledge quite a few people that we have today here. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the kaumātua and kuia from Te Roroa to Uri Ahau, Ngāti Whātua and Te Kuihi. Kia ora, welcome, haere mai. We had a really powerful pōwhiri held out at Oture Marae this morning for our iwi and Māori to welcome our new incoming council, and it was just a fantastic event, so thank you very much, ngā mihi nui. I'd also like to acknowledge other elected members from around the region. We have 3 snuck in the door just before from Whangarei District Council. We have Councillor Nicholas Connop, Councillor Carol Peters and Councillor Scott McKenzie. Thank you for making your way over to the coast. Of course, the most important people here in this room are incoming council. And I'd like to welcome you here, your incoming mayor-elect and incoming councillors. Really important day for you, it's an important day for our council and an important day for the community. I welcome and love the fact that you all have brought family and whānau and people who you treasure along to witness this. This is, like I said, a celebration and a start to a term. So it's really important. So thank you. Now, it's probably no surprise to you that local government is a little quirky as well. This is a celebration, okay? It's a ceremony, it's a swearing-in ceremony, but it's also an inaugural meeting, all right? So the council also has to make a couple of decisions today, and that's going to be at the rear of the agenda. It's going to be quite a quirky little thing that you'll get to watch. Now, what's going to happen is in a second I'm going to be calling up the mayor-elect, and the mayor-elect will make his declaration. we have to countersign it, he has to sign it as well, and then I'll put the robes and the chain on the Mayor-elect, and then he is then officially the elected Mayor for the Council. At that point, Mr Mayor will then take over and will call his councillors up one by one to do exactly the same thing, and then they'll be seated up here. So what you're seeing is a transition from the community through to stating the declaration, signing it, and transitioning to the full elected council that you see in front of you today. So by the end of this ceremony and meeting, you will have an elected council working for you, the community, on behalf of the Kaipara District. Okay, so at the end we're going to have a cup of tea as well, because that's all good things must end in a cup of tea too. And you're probably going, all right, Jason, it's time to move on. It's getting pretty hot in here, so we will move on. I'm going to ask Jack Rudolph, our EU Relationships Manager, to come up to the front here and formally open this meeting of the Kaipara District Council with Karakia. Jack.
Tēnei te mihi nui ki a koutou katoa anō. Acknowledgements to you all here. Opening Karakia and acknowledgements for us all. Kia hora te marino, kia hakapapa paunamu, kia moana tā pokopoko o tāwhiti, ngā wai o Kaipara hoki, kia tau ngā manakitangi rungi a tātou katoa, aroha atu, aroha mai tātou i a tātou katoa. May the calm be widespread. May the seas of the Pacific and the waters of Wairoa glisten like greenstone. Give and receive love at this time to one another on this auspicious occasion.
Kia ora, Jack, ngā mihi nui. So there we are, we've now started the formal part of the meeting. It's very exciting. You'll see on the screen there the decisions that will be made. It's just a formal record of that. We have everybody present and accounted for. I'm just checking the front row. Nobody's moving, that's good. We're all good to go. So if I could, I'd like to call up Mayor-elect for Kaipara District Council, Mr Craig Jepson.
I, Craig Jepson, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interest of the Kaipara District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as member of the Kaipara District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meeting Acts 1987 or any other act.
Nearly there, nearly there.
Thank you, Jason. Jack. I open this meeting. My first role will be to introduce the new councillors. I now call the elected members up in alphabetical order. Councillor-elects Mike Howard, Kaiwaka Mangawai General Ward. Please step forward, Mr Howard.
I, Michael James Howard, declare I will faithfully and impartially, and according to the best of my skill and judgment, execute and perform in the best interests of the Kaipara District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Kaipara District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002 and the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 or any other act.
We're going to see if we can get through this without someone taking the pen. I'd next like to call Councillor Gordon Lambeth for Mayoral General Ward. Gordon?
I, Gordon Charles Lambeth, declare that I faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of the Kaipara District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Kaipara District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 or any other act.
I'd next like to come forward, Jonathan Larson, Councillor for Kaiwaka, Mangawai, General Ward.
I, Jonathan Graham Larson, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of the Kaipara District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Kaipara District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 or any other act.
I would next like to call forward for their declaration Ron Manderson, Council for Otamatea, General Ward.
I, Ronald Eric Manderson, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of the Kaipara District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Kaipara District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002 and the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 or any other act.
I'd next like to call forward Mr Ash Nair, Councillor for Wairoa, General Ward.
Full name, isn't it? Is it a full name? Or can I use if you like? Is it? Hi. I, Ashok Nair, Ash is my short name, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skills and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of the Kaipara district the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Kaipara District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, or any other act, and we don't know about other acts. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call Pera Paniora for the Timawanui o Kaipara Maori Ward.
Kua hau tēnei, koe Prapaniora, e whakapuaki atu nei I taku oati, I roto I te pono, me te tika, e ai ki oku pukinga, me oku whakaro, kia whatu tūkingia, kia hāpai te hoki, hei painga, mo te takiwa o te kaipara, ngā mana kaunihira me ngā mahi, kei roto tonu, ka utaina rānei ki runga, ia hau e tūnei, hei mema o te kaunihira o kaipara I raro I te maru o te ture kawanatanga ārohe 2002 me te ture kawanatanga ārohe mō te parongo o kawa me ngā hui 1987 I raro rānei I tētahi atu ture. I, Ia Pera Pāniora, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of the Kaipara District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or upon me or imposed upon me as a member of the Kaipara District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 or any other act.
I'd next like to call for their declaration Mark Vincent, Councillor-elect for Otamatea General Ward.
Out of deference for the speakers of Te Reo in the audience, I'll be giving my oath in English. I, Mark Gregory Vincent, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of the Kaipara District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Kaipara District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 or any other act. Thank you.
I'd next like to call Rachel Williams, Councillor-elect for Kaiwaka, Mangawai General Ward.
I, Rachel Allen Williams, declare that I will faithfully and impartially, and according to the best of my skill and judgment, execute and perform, in the best interests of the Kaipara District, the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Kaipara District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, or any other act.
I'd like to call forward Erin Wilson-Collins, Councillor-elect for Wairau General Ward.
Ko ahu tēnei, ko Erin Rochelle Wilson-Collins. He whakapua ki atu nei e taku ati, e roto e te pono me te tika, e ai ki oku pukenga me oku whakaaro, kia whakatūtingia, kia hapaitia hoki, hei painga mō te takiwa o te kaipara, ngā mana kaunihira me ngā mahi, kei roto tonu, ka utaina rānei ki ronga e ahau e tu nei, he mema o te kaunihira o kaipara, e raro e te maro o te tūrei kāwanatanga arohi 2002, me te tūrei kāwanatanga arohi mō te pārongo o kawa me ngā hui 1987, e raro rānei e te tahu atu tūrei. I, Erin Rochelle Wilson-Collins, declare that I will faithfully and impartially, and according to the best of my skill and judgment, execute and perform, in the best interests of the Kaipara District, the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Kaipara District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, or any other act.
That concludes the swearing in of the councillors. A warm welcome to all councillors old and new. I travailed the district with my ears open, and we received a strong mandate from voters, a mandate for a change. Voters reject three waters. Voters reject legislation which divides us by race. Voters are frustrated with a council which they see as obstructive. Voters, particularly those on low and fixed incomes, say they cannot meet projected rate rises of somewhere in the order of 9.95% projected for next year. Farmers, growers and businesses are buckling under the ever-increasing top-down centralised decision-making that impacts their socio and economic success. Nearly all economic commentators, such as the International Monetary Fund, warn that the world economy is heading into stormy waters with high inflation and looming economic recession. Therefore, as a district, we must do all we can to protect our local economy by recognising the levers we must pull to do this. We must meet this economic challenge by finding cuts in existing budgets or identify work programs to be cut or delayed. We must attract new businesses and new residents to provide an increased rate base and provide increased economic activity. Our population density is too low, and we must compete to bring people their resources, their money and their talents to our district. We must exploit our competitive advantage of being on Auckland's doorstep by making land supply easier and cheaper, particularly in areas with lower growth pressures. We need to eliminate regulatory blocks, both procedural and interpretive. We must create a staff culture that says, how can we help? I'm confident the councillors elected here today have a diverse range of talents to meet this challenge, and I look forward to delivering with them. Thank you. First item on the agenda is the explanation of laws. I'll take the report as read. The recommendation is to note the contents. Is there a mover and a seconder to note the laws affecting local authorities report in the agenda?
I'll move that.
Thank you. A seconder, please. Thank you. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Carried. The next item is the appointment of Deputy Mayor. I'll take the report as read. The recommendation is to note my appointment of Councillor Larson as Deputy Mayor. Is there a mover, please? Thank you. Is there a seconder? Thank you. All those in favour say aye. All those against? Motion is carried. Thank you. Next, the item on the agenda is the first ordinary meetings of Council. I'll take the report as read. The recommendations are the 30th of November and the 14th of December 2022. Is there a mover, please? Thank you, Ash. Is there a seconder? Thank you, Peter. All those in favour say aye. Aye. All those against? Carried. Thank you. I'd like to have the pleasure of asking Jack Rudolph to close the meeting. I'd like to thank everybody for attending. It's been a pretty awesome day, and I look forward to having that cuppa with you afterwards. And I'd like, after Jack has closed with the Karakia, for my elected members to, I think it's out the front here for the photos, please. Thank you.
Te Karakia whakakapi mō tātou, kia tau ngā manatikana te wādi ngaro ki roto ki tēnā o tātou, kia māhea te rua mā pīti, toi te kupu, toi te mana, toi te aroha, toi te reo Māori, te hei, mauri o. Tēnā koutou.
Right.